Okay, it's Wednesday. That means it's in the news with Rick Mauch, Burlington Record. Today is June 16th.
Golly, we're halfway
Wednesday,
through
June
Oh,
16th,
my
halfway
gosh.
through. Got a colorful edition today.
We do. I need a nap.
Do we need some breaking news today? What do we got?
Let's talk about the website real quick first.
And then go to the breaking news?
They convicted a shooter in this STEM school shooting in Highlands Ranch. They convicted Devin Erickson of a first-degree felony for killing his classmate Kendrick Castillo. And this is big news. You know, the Biden administration, Biden is against the death penalty, but he's asking the Supreme Court to reinstate it for the Boston marathon bomber.
Wow.
Yeah, he made a special request, and you can read all about it right.
Is that just like that's just a one-time request? Or?
I suppose, because Biden is anti-death penalty, and but yeah.
That's on the website, huh?
That's on the website. The Biden administration has made this this special request, and I'm curious to see what the Supreme Court does with that. Speaking of Supreme Court, the Colorado Supreme Court has upheld states' hospital provider fees. You know, that was controversial, and Lauren Boebert's back in the news. She voted against giving medals to the U.S. Capitol Police who stood up during the January 6th insurrection, whatever you want to call it. She was one of only, I think, 20 or 21 to vote against it. Virtually everyone in the House said yes. However, whatever side of the fence you fall on, you know, these are cops, and they were trying to protect people, and you know, and honestly, I mean, I'm not a Lauren Boebert fan. I don't want to give that impression, but I am a little surprised by this because she has always been pro law enforcement, but she didn't explain why she voted no. So
a little confounding. Maybe she'll elaborate on that at some point.
Yeah, we have to explain to her what elaborate means, but then she might.
No, I think she'll know. I think she'll know. That's mean. Come on.
That is mean. I tease Lauren Boebert. She. Have to explain to her what tease means, but
I see the poll, the latest poll question.
The latest poll, yeah. There's a group, we talked about this, wanting to move the game back to Atlanta, and so the poll question this week is, do you want to move back to Atlanta?
Is that even possible?
It's not, but, well, I mean, everything's possible, I suppose. You know,
have they been floating that idea that it could happen?
No, Major League Baseball has said no, it's not going to happen, and pretty much squashed the idea. But you know, hey,
maybe the following year,
we're in the media, so we're going to stir things up a little bit, and
MLB All-Star Game.
Most of the people, we haven't had a lot of people respond yet because it just went up yesterday. But most of the people say, yeah, keep it in Denver, and. You know, hey, why not? I like Atlanta. Atlanta's a nice town, but, you know, we got it, and you can't have it back. I'm sorry. Politics aside, we got the All-Star Game, so, you know, get your own.
It's kind of like it was Denver's gain.
Yeah.
Because I don't see – I see where it said that a judge denied the request.
Yeah.
To force it back to Atlanta, so that's not happening.
Yeah, no, it's not happening. And at this stage of the game, no pun intended, it shouldn't. You know, I assume Atlanta and Major League Baseball will work out the differences. Atlanta has always been you know, they have great fans there, and you know, it's a great baseball city. So I know they'll get another game at some point, but right now, you know.
It's here.
It's ours.
In July, right?
Yeah, it's ours. Go get
It's like
your
a month away.
Yeah.
It'd be good for Denver.
It's hot.
It is hot.
It is hot.
It's 100 degrees today.
In fact, yesterday, from what I understand, was the hottest day ever for this time of the year in Denver. They reached 101 degrees. hotter than Texas. I was talking to my friend in Texas, and they only got up to 97 in his DFW suburb yesterday.
We're getting to 100.
Yeah, we
today.
are. We are probably gonna get right at 100 today here.
Tough.
And the reason I mention that is we have something on our website that I want to draw attention to. Be careful when you leave pets and children in the car, because Don Wells sent us something that we posted on the internet that it shows you how fast a car can heat up, and it can get just unbearably hot in there. It's just a matter of minutes.
This is on the website right now?
Yeah, so you might think you're running into the store for 10 minutes, but in 10 minutes, I mean, it's an oven in there. So just don't do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Just don't do it. Be wary of children and pets, and just don't leave them in the car.
That looks like a good article. People have to check that out. There's an infographic on there.
Yeah,
it kind of shows you the temps if it heats up.
Yeah, and the graphic pretty much is the article. There's a little lead into it, but that was so great of Dawn to send us that yesterday, and you just have to be careful. So check out our website. We always have lots of good stuff going on there. One story that we also will talk about when we get to sports here. Lauren Hayes, golfer for Burlington, a freshman golfer, mind you, has qualified for the state tournament next week in Pueblo.
Wow.
She's only the third freshman golfer.
That is awesome.
Third freshman female golfer ever from Burlington to go, and only the fifth female golfer overall to go from Burlington. So
she must be really good.
She picked the best time to play her best round. And she's shown promise all year. I'm, not to belittle her accomplishment, because it is an amazing accomplishment, but it did kind of come as a surprise. Saw a really good future in this young golfer, but just didn't think she was going to make state tournament this year. But she did.
That's young.
That's fantastic.
That is awesome.
So kudos to Lauren Hayes. What an amazing accomplishment there. And we'll have a number of kids going to state track, it looks like. We'll talk more about that. But front page this week, as always, lots of good news. McDavid is retiring as football and track coach at Burlington High School. Of course, he only had the one football season as a head coach, and that was totally jacked up by COVID.
Right.
I think had Mick stuck around, he would have had a successful career as a head coach here. You can't judge anything by the
not the last season. Year.
They played 4 games, and 3 of them were in 1 week. So
yeah,
they couldn't keep a complete roster together, and track. I mean, my gosh, a state championship for the boys, a state championship for the girls, numerous individual championships. And he's got a host of kids that are probably going to go this year. So, and I like Mick. He's a really good guy. Obviously, having only been here since July, I've only gotten to know him this year. But what a tremendous guy to work with, and I wish him the absolute best. We do have his replacement. We can't officially announce it until after today, but there are going to be 3 new coaches, a new football coach, new softball coach, and a new boys basketball coach.
And that'll be in the paper tomorrow, though?
That will be on. It won't be in the paper tomorrow because it didn't make the deadline, but it will be online, and it'll be in the paper next week. But it'll be on our website as soon as tomorrow. Yes, once it becomes official.
That's exciting.
It is exciting. Yeah, Jake Traherne decided he's going to stay on as the AD, but he wanted to step aside as boys basketball coach because he wants to spend more time with family. And Jake has had a tremendous run as the boys basketball coach, and done a tremendous job as athletic director, and will continue. and Michaela Koster stepping aside as the softball coach. And, they had a great season this past year. They were ranked as high as number 6 in the state. They made the playoffs. Probably should have gone to the second round. They lost a 1-0 heartbreaker in the first round. Some new faces coming to the Burlington coaching staff. We have an interesting article from Jessica Seaman, the Denver Post. If you've been fully vaccinated from COVID, fewer than 2% of the current COVID cases out there involve people who've been fully vaccinated. So basically, I guess what it's saying is if you've been fully vaccinated, there's a 98% chance that
you won't get it.
Shouldn't get it again. Now, some people do. In fact, I have a friend in Texas who did. Chris Paul, also of the Phoenix Suns.
I saw it today, right?
Yes, yeah. He's questionable for the opening game of the Western Conference Finals. So you can still get it if you've been vaccinated. But being vaccinated, it's not going to hit you as hard. Certainly your chances of dying from it are I'm not going to say impossible, but much, much, much less. But yes, we don't have a suit of armor on us if we've been vaccinated. We are in much better shape to not feel the full brunt of it. But clearly we're not invincible. But that's good news. I mean, 98% that you won't get it. That's good. The celebration of summer this weekend, the Chamber's celebration of summer is this weekend at Palmer Park.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, especially after not being able to have it last year. So many things. That's probably one of the most common phrases that we're all saying is it's so good to have it back because we couldn't do it last year.
Oh, it's going to be great. We're going to be live streaming. Stetson and I, we're going to go down there, do some live streaming. We'll take pictures, send them to you. I'm sure you have somebody down there, but you're going to go down there, huh?
Actually, what is that? Is that Saturday?
Yeah.
I'm going to be in Denver Saturday.
Wow, bummer.
Yeah. My daughter's getting back from her honeymoon, and so we're going to go meet them and spend the day with them. I'm going to play around the golf with my son-in-law.
Nice.
I'm going to see a dear friend of mine preach at Mass on Saturday night. So, yeah, it's going to be, and I'm going to get some Father's Day goodies. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, that's true. Father's Day weekend, summer celebration.
I wish I could go to this because it does look like a ton of fun. But, they've got some big plans for Father's Day because, I am a great dad. So
I'll send you a bunch of pictures.
Yeah, dude.
It is a cool event.
The Senior Citizens Center is getting a parking lot makeover, and they're working on the sewer system. And kudos to Noel Winfrey and Jerry Gross for pulling all that together. I think they had a goal of $125,000, and as of the time of this article, they're at around 108. So There's still room to help them. But what a great thing to do for the senior citizens in the area. Burlington is getting some ARP funds. That's the American Rescue Plan. Don't know where they're going to be designated just yet. There are 4 different areas where they can be designated, and Jim Keeney at the city said that that's still all being worked out. But I can tell you that Burlington is getting $789,238.23.
It is, which is more than was initially expected, and from.
Yeah, you guys talked about this.
We did from city council meeting, and I do know that money's going to sit in a pool.
We're getting half this year and half next year, right?
Well, yeah, and then it's going to be a good year or two before you figure out where to use those funds.
Yeah,
because the stipulations haven't been announced as to like what you don't want to use those and then have to repay them.
Right.
So you want to sit there and make sure that you're using them the right way. So, but it's good news.
Yeah, it is good news. A contribution to your local newspaper is never a bad idea.
No, I mean, it is. And I mean, the city budget is looking good. So year over year, things are looking much better, obviously. So that's good.
Good deal. Good deal. You and I talked about this before. I think the possibilities for Burlington are endless. And getting funds like this, and I realize they have to be designated to a certain area, but still, the possibilities for Burlington are just endless. I was up in Lyman the other day. I played their golf course, and the lady in the clubhouse said, "Oh, you're from Burlington?" She said, "I love Burlington." She said, "It's so pretty this time of the year, and the park that you have there." And actually, a lot of people always go to Palmer Park, and it is a magnificent park. I mean, I'd put it up against any park in any city, anywhere. But let's not overlook the Outback Park out here.
It's a pretty nice park, too.
Yeah, it's all shaded and wooden. And so, yeah, I just, I want to see Burlington. I would love to see Burlington become the biggest city, the brightest city, just a place where people go, let's go to Burlington this weekend.
Yeah.
And we can do that. We've got 2 wonderful attractions here in Old Town and the Carousel. We've got nice people here. I mean, heck, even just taking in a movie here, the Midway Theater is amazing.
Yeah, and I know there's events coming up to Old Town. You've got the barn. There are things in the works for Main Street.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of possibility.
And I like the kind of thinking that you have. You're a forward-thinking person, which I like to consider myself as well. And there, some of the stuff that, like we were talking about a concert up in Lyman.
When is that concert? That's the Eagles tribute band?
Yeah, it's July 16th. Okay. And there's no reason that Burlington can't get those things.
I agree.
We're out of COVID now. Let's go get them.
Yeah.
Lyman's a great town, but I would much rather just walk down the street and see them as opposed to driving 70 miles.
Walk over to the barn.
Yeah. And we want to remind people of water restrictions. We have an article about that. Here's our front page this week, by the way. But do be wary of the water restrictions. As of April 1st, they are being enforced. So understand whether you're an odd day or an even day, and just bear those in mind. Boy, we have a ton of great things happening in sports. We talked about Lauren Hayes. There she is, holding her state qualifying ribbon. The Cougars made the playoffs and actually advanced to the second round. They had a thrilling come-from-behind win against Meeker yesterday, 9-8. They did lose the second game to Highland, which is now 16-0. They lost 13-5. But Burlington actually led that game 2-1 going into the fourth inning, and then things kind of fell apart. Highland was only playing its first game of the day. Burlington was playing its second in 100-plus heat. Not to take anything away from Highland. They are clearly a team that could win the state championship. But congrats to the Cougars, man. We talked recently about how they got off to the great start. They hit a little bit of a skid toward the end of the season. They kind of righted the ship and made the second round of the playoffs. So, any time you make the postseason and you win a game, it's a successful season.
That's great.
So kudos to them. Maddie Krause, Stratton Liberty volleyball player, and Nick Schroeder, High Plains basketball player, they were named to the All-State Games. Wow. Which are going to be in Pueblo in early July. So congratulations to those 2 seniors, a fitting finish to their high school career. Let's not forget about Stratton Liberty. They had a successful baseball season when it looked like they might not even have a team at all. Mm-hmm. They made the playoffs, played maybe the toughest schedule in the state, and managed to finish with a .500 record of 7-7. The Burlington Swim Club, they're back competing again after, again, here's that phrase, couldn't do it last year because of COVID. But they're back. They went to Goodland, and as you can see, they had a lot of successful results.
Good.
This list is kids who finished in the top 3.
Okay.
So they either got a gold, silver, or bronze medal. And as you can see, the list goes there and continues on over here. So just a great start to
that is outstanding.
And I love that picture sent in by Jeff Yeager's, I guess his wife, Lindy Yeager. That is Violet and Mason there in just the middle of the pool, just chugging along there. Yep. And I remember when both of my kids swam, and they both likewise started at an early age. And you see them there in the middle of the pool. They're just so determined.
Yeah, getting after it.
Yeah, just getting after it. So determined. I love pictures like that. So we'll be keeping up with them all summer. And state track right around the corner. And we have a lot of area kids who they've either no one has actually solidified a place yet, but a lot of them you pretty much know they're going to go. Some are on the bubble, but I'm confident they'll get there. And the way it breaks down, from my understanding, thanks to our sports writer Carrie Sherman, in Class A, if you're in the top 9 of most running events, you qualify. The distance events, which I guess would be the 1,600, 3,200, top 12 qualify, and field events, the top 10 qualify. And these are in the Max Prep standings. And I love the way Colorado does its high school track. Texas, where I came from, you have your district meet, which is the same as the league meets up here, but you have to finish in the top, I think, 4 at your district meet to qualify. Whereas up here, it's your best performance from the entire season.
Oh, okay.
And I like that because, by the time your league meet rolls around, maybe you have a slight injury
you're nursing something and getting back to full health. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So I like the way they're doing that. And we have some kids who are not only going to make it to state, but they've got a legitimate chance to medal there. So that's pretty much it for sports. Elsewhere, I wanted to point this story out. The governor's residence is once again open for tours. I didn't know you could tour it. Again, I've lived here since last July, so no one in Texas wants to tour our governor's mansion. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, that's cool. 4 reasons to use canola oil. That's our lifestyle page. And just, always looking at these. Just
you probably only need one, but there's 4.
Yeah, there you go. And the Little Britches Rodeo was a couple of weeks ago.
All the pictures, huh?
Yeah, all the pictures from it. Courtney does an amazing job with that.
Yeah, she did. Those look great.
Yeah. So those are the highlights from the paper this week. Lots of stuff going on. As I said, we'll have some new coaches named and on the website very soon. But get a copy of the paper because it's everything you ever want to know about Burlington and beyond. Check out the website because and don't mistake, hey, I read the website, so I don't need to get the paper. No, you do, because there's a lot of stuff in the paper that doesn't make it onto the website.
Sure.
And vice versa. Yeah.
Well, tomorrow I'll be sharing the coaches. That'll be exciting when you break that in the morning.
Yeah. So, get your copy of the Burlington Record and, keep your local general manager happy. And stop by and have a cup of coffee if you're out there. Bring me a story.
Okay.
Bring me some money.
Some advertising money? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. There you go. That's what I mean.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, good deal. So we have another episode in the books, and then next Wednesday, we're on again. We'll keep on trucking.
Still trying to figure out trying to get the Bigfoot shorts situation figured. I still have the shirt. They said they would send me another shirt if I sent this one back. I said, I'm not sending this one back until you send me my shorts.
You guys are a stalemate.
So we're just
you're
going
in a
around.
Bigfoot at stalemate.
But I don't see how I'm going to win this battle because
probably not. They
have the things that I want.
Yeah, you might have to concede and just figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I said to my wife, I said, I feel like I should threaten them with something, but what? I have nothing to bargain with.
Yep.
I have a shirt that doesn't fit. They have the shirt that I want. They have the shorts that they never sent. And they can sit over there and go, well, you can want in one hand and spit in the other and see which one gets wet first. But
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I've always heard that saying differently, but that's close enough.
Oh yeah,
this is the radio.
This is a family production.
All right, man. Well, thanks again for coming in.
Fun as always.
Have a great weekend in Denver, and then we'll see you next Wednesday.
Absolutely, my
okay.
friend.
Take care.
All right. Bye.